My name is Lacey Swenis, and I'm going to be doing my sermon called Love Someone today. Love. It's such a beautiful thing. But what is the definition of love, and how can it be shown? The word itself is so simple, but the meaning is so complex. There's also so many forms of love. The love of a child and a parent to one another, the love of a couple, the love of friends, the love of a child with their dog, and the list goes on. I think that's why I truly love love. Love is so very important that God even commands us in John 13:34, saying, "So now I am giving you a new commandment, love each other. Just as I have loved you, you should love each other." According to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of love is an intense feeling of deep affection and a great interest and pleasure in something. But God has his own definition. The 13th chapter of Corinthians is considered the love chapter. In verses 4 through 7 it reads, "Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable and keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance." I want to dig a little deeper into the meaning of this passage using a modern or more relatable point of view. Love is patient. The first modern version of patience, or lack thereof, I can think of is to be patient while driving. You may be thinking, they can't hear me yelling at them, so why does it matter? They may not hear you, but it's still putting an unloving thought in your spirit. The negative thoughts you're feeling towards them are feeding your inability to be patient. So almost think as if they can hear you. Would you say that to a stranger's face? No. Practice love by being patient, not only to the benefit of others, but yourself as well. Next, love is kind. Kindness is harder than we may think, but it's also more important than we realize. Even being patient with someone can be an act of kindness. For example, waiting for an elderly woman to get to the door so you could hold it for her, that's a patient act of kindness. Even just a kind smile could be simple to you, but could mean the world to someone else. Love is not jealous. I see it so much on social media that once someone gets 1 million followers, they do gain a lot of supporters, but they gain a lot of haters. We need to learn how to be happy for each other's successes. Just because someone else seems farther ahead than you doesn't mean they're doing a bad job. It also means you shouldn't tear yourself down or them down. Because no one is above or below anyone else, for we are equal in God's sight, and our identity is in God, not the items of this world. Love is not boastful or proud. It's good to be happy about your accomplishments, but the moment you use it to bring others down is when it becomes unloving. Confidence is great, and confidence is key until you put yourself higher than others, because again, we are all equal in God's sight. Love does not demand its own way. Love finds its own way. Like God gives us a free will, but the love is always there. You can't force your love on others, and you can't force them to love you, but you can always be loving. Love is not irritable. If you and a loved one are having an argument about a problem, who's the enemy? Not you, not them, the problem. You two are against the problem, not each other. Your love for one another should not be compromised by the foolish anger. For example, my boyfriend and I were having a disagreement. I was a little mad, and I could tell I made him very angry. I was upset because I felt bad that I made him angry, and he could tell I felt that way. Something he said really resonated with me. Just because I'm mad at you doesn't mean I don't love you. And I love that because even God gets angry, but the difference is he gets angry at the sin but continues to love the sinner. Love keeps no record of being wronged, because love forgives, and God is love, and God forgives us. Love does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices when truth wins out. Don't catch them in a lie, but confront them with the truth. What I mean by that is if you feel like your loved one has lied to you, don't go up to them and be like, "Hey, you lied to me, fess up." No, you go to them and say, "Hey, I hear this may be the truth. Did you lie to me, and why?" Love never gives up. Any type of relationship is not easy. Oh, you had your first fight? Big deal. You're going to have more, but never give up on the one you love for negative things. Love never loses faith and is always hopeful. The difference between faith and hope is that faith has the belief that something will happen now or that something is happening now, while hope has a positive outlook on what will happen in the future. Have faith that you and your loved one will get through what you're getting through, and have hope that you will still have this relationship in the future. Love endures through every circumstance. Love is powerful and overcomes the negative feelings, just like God is love and God is above all. Love is certainly not an easy thing to do or receive. Sometimes we feel like we may not deserve it, but love is not meant for certain people. It's made for everyone, which is such a beautiful thing. I just want to leave it with a little homework for you guys. In 1 John 4:7, it says, "Dear friends, let us continue to love one another, for love comes from God. Anyone who loves is a child of God and knows God." Love someone today. Make them dinner, call them, play a video game with them, even just a text to let them know you're thinking of them. It could be exactly what they need.